Hey, Palm d'Or, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite movies, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review. Another day, another movie review of a film I saw at the latest Cannes Film Festival 2025. Just about 2 weeks ago, I went to the theaters in Cannes to watch A Simple Accident, or the new official English title is It Was Just an Accident. And it is written and directed by Iranian filmmaker Jafar Panahi. And this film won the Palme d'Or under the behest of jury president Juliette Binoche. So, yeah, wow, what a great film. When this film premiered, a few of my friends were at the Grand Theatre Lumiere to watch it. There was apparently a 9-minute standing ovation. It was a huge deal. After the film premiered, those friends came over and had dinner with us in a restaurant, and they were like, oh my god, this film is like the best film, easily the best film of the festival so far. I mean, I don't know, I could see it winning the Palm. I could see it getting into the Criterion Collection like immediately. So obviously my interest was raised even further because before going to the festival, I was already like, new Panahi. But now my interest got even stronger. So the next day, I went to the IMAX theater at the Cineum to watch Un Simple Accident. Un Simple Accident, or It Was Just an Accident. Now, a lot of people who went to the Cannes Film Festival call it a simple accident because the French title was Un Simple Accident, but it was only until later in the festival when it suddenly got an official English name. But anyways, before going to the festival, I watched No Bears, also by Jafar Panahi, and it is just an amazing meta film. Because if you didn't know this, Jafar Panahi was banned from filmmaking and banned from leaving Iran for 20 years by the Iranian regime, the government. And instead, he was like, fuck it, I'll still make a movie. And he made No Bears. And No Bears is literally about his own life. The main character, his name is Jafar Panahi. He's played by Jafar Panahi, and the story is about Jafar Panahi in this weird situation where he had to direct a film over video call, which is funny because No Bears is also directed via video call. It is a meta movie that is made under very dangerous conditions. If he's found out he's a dead man, B, he's using cinema as a tool to make sense of his own life because his own life has gotten so freaking absurd. So obviously after No Bears, I was like, you know what? I'm invested. I really want to know what Jafar Panahi is gonna do next. And lo and behold, A Simple Accident won a Palme d'Or. And this makes Jafar Panahi one of the two only filmmakers in history to have won the Golden Leopard in Locarno Film Festival, the Golden Lion at Berlinale, the Golden Lion at Venice, the Golden Bear at Berlinale, and then the Palme d'Or, the big European 4 film awards. The only other filmmaker to have done this is freaking Michelangelo Antonioni. So you know what kind of prowess, what kind of triumph we're dealing with here. So anyways, It Was Just an Accident is a film about a guy who heard a squeaking prosthetic leg and was like, holy shit, it's him. Now, who is him? Him is a prison torturer who worked for the Iranian regime 20 years ago and tortured the main character, or at least the main character suspects that is him. So the main character kidnaps him and drives around the city, drives around the town, and asks a bunch of different people to help him confirm whether the the guy, Pegleg or Ekbal, is actually the torturer, essentially. So this is a surprisingly straightforward and accessible film. I haven't seen other Panahi films, but this is leagues more accessible than No Bears. It is constantly paced, almost a screwball comedy, but at the same time, it is a political thriller. And never have I ever thought that these two genres are going to be mixed together, screwball comedy and political thriller. Another thing is this film doesn't have any music at all. And I feel like I didn't even realize this until the film ended. And I realized that it doesn't even need music. It doesn't need any fancy cinematography or fancy editing. It almost strips a lot of artifice away from cinema. And I understand Panahi used to work with Abbas Kiarostami, the king of Persian cinema, and Kiarostami is known for stripping back a lot of artifice from cinema, from the cinematic language. So Panahi's following similar footsteps. But there's just something so effective about how simple this movie is. Because when I was watching this film, I feel like I was locked into this zone where you're sort of with the characters the whole time. And you would be interested and concerned for whatever they do, and you don't need anything else. This film is completely driven by story because it has so much confidence in its own story and characters. And the confidence definitely paid off because each character is very unique, is very interesting. The main character would go on to meet a wedding photographer, and then the two people, the bride and the groom, who are about to be wed, and then they meet this very hot-headed guy, and they just drive all over town trying to figure out whether the guy in the trunk is the guy who tortured them. And it's very funny. It has a very Panahi sense of humor. There's a scene where the photographer has to pretend to take wedding photos in front of a policeman. There's a scene where the car breaks down and they have to push the car on the street. It's so kooky and screwball. My friend made a comparison to a Howard Hawks film, for instance, but at the same time, it's also really serious. This film is about reinvestigating the past and exploring past traumas from a future point of view. Imagine being tortured and then 20 years later meeting that torturer again. Now, what you would do, that anger, that rage, that frustration, it just oozes. And then the ending happens, and it's honestly one of the most haunting movie endings I've seen in Cannes Film Festival. It's a very simple shot, but the squeaking of the prosthetic leg became so haunting, and it's sort of just lasted through the end credits. It was just looming there. It was so haunting. And finally, I just need to commend Jafar Panahi for his incredible bravery for making this film. Again, he's banned from making films, and he's banned from leaving Iran, and he still made a film and left Iran and won an award. That's very brave. Him and last year with The Seer of the Sacred Fig, so much courage, so much bravery happened in the making of this film, and I just really commend Jafar Panahi. His undying urge to use cinema to fight for freedom and democracy is just something that I incredibly admire, and I think a lot of filmmakers these days need to do this. So yeah, great film, good film. Neon has acquired it, of course. If you're in America, you'll be seeing this probably at the end of the year. I'm giving Simple Accident a light 9 out of 10. So, have you watched A Simple Accident? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. Of course, you probably haven't seen it, but go see it.